King. Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Okay, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I don't know how long this live gonna be because I'm kind of tired, and plus it's the same old rigmarole that's going on and stuff like that. So, but I wanted to come live and share my insights on a couple of things. So, thank y'all who up there in the sky to hear what I have to say. Feel free to throw it the live, and we'll get right into it. So, the first thing I want to talk. What's the first thing I want to talk about? Okay, so today was the NBA draft. They said the first number one pick that's since 1977 was white today. I don't know if I said that right, but I guess the first player since 1977 was a white player, and that was Cooper Flagg, who played for Duke, got drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. So, in case you want to know, now Cooper Flagg, I guess you could say he was a great player. Do I think his skills would transfer over to the NBA? I don't know. You never know. It all depends on who's training him and the confidence and all that. I didn't see no super athleticism with him when I saw him play. I mean, he did score, but that's what happens when the offense is made for you. So we'll see. We'll see how he adjusts to the NBA. But I think the NBA is looking for a white face to resonate with its audience. I like somebody put in my live the other night that just because a player is European doesn't necessarily mean that the white audience in America is going to resonate with that audience. So I think they're looking for I do think they're looking for a Cooper Flag that has roots in the United States of America. So, but either way, congratulations to Cooper Flag. Hopefully, he do the damn thing, and is a great player for the Dallas Mavericks. But I just still nobody would believe that they would have traded Luca, but they know stuff that we don't know. So, what's up, Ray Black? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Detach myself. How you doing? Thank you for being here, and always great supporter. What's up, Miss LA? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here, Miss LA. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so what is the other thing? Child, today I ain't gonna give you too much, but I had to turn somebody in today, child. Y'all read between the lines. I had to turn in somebody. It was long. I thought long and hard about it. Should I do it? Am I overanalyzing the situation? But when somebody starts talking about mental illness, I don't play that shit. No, hell no, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't play with no mental illness. Child, a person yelled that they need a mental health day twice. Oh hell no, because I don't know what you're gonna do tomorrow. Shit, I don't know if you're gonna come in with a bullet or a gun or a knife or whatever. So when you get to the point that you're screaming you need a mental health day, that's there. I need to express some concern because your mental health day is not gonna be my last day on this earth. So I ain't one of them snitches like that do that. But when you start screaming that, and then the person also made a gesture or an act, um, that like nah, I can't get with that because I don't know what's going on with you personally. I feel for a person to say they need a mental health day and do it repeatedly. Now I don't know if you're doing it to get out of work, but that's the wrong card you chose to choose. And I'm not gonna sit there and have shit happen. So no, I had to turn somebody in today. I thought long and hard about it. I was like, yeah, am I over analyzing the situation? But I said I'd rather be over analytical than be filled with regret for years to come because I didn't say shit. So oh well, they better find another way to get out of work than that one. But anyway, so I just say that if y'all see something, say something. Mr. LA, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna break it down. And when I break it down, it's not from a hate standpoint. It's just from a real standpoint. It's a lot. And Mr. LA, child, it makes you think. Let me tell you something. And I know you may be a content creator or a part time content creator, and that's no slight. But when you do this full time, the way he be doing it is because you have to. You have to come on. He damn motherfucker is driving up damn mountains. Can't drive straight because of YouTube. Because of YouTube. He said by his own admission that he on a mountain. Anybody that's ever driven on a mountain, that is some of the most scariest places because you don't know if the edge of the road has fallen off and you about to fall. Child, I drove on a mountain one time. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? And let me tell you something. I was driving a big car with some big tires. And I said, Lord have mercy, why ain't no damn guardrail up here or something? So he must need the money. He must need the money. And that's a sad state because I'm gonna tell you, as a content creator, this computer, this stuff, it sucks a lot of energy out of you, you know. But good child. What's up, Cheryl Spoiler Burnett? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. That's hello you already? I may have, but hello again. Miss LA says we trying to talk to Castro, but it's out of our hands now. People gonna do what they want to do. I leave. Oh, I must see. You leave crazy people alone. Yes, you have to because you be part of their calamity. I definitely don't want to do this at all. Yeah, don't do it. No, I mean, I do it because I mean it's a way to connect with people to learn stuff. But everybody always say, "Oh, you jealous of this person?" I'm like, no, no, no. It's just I could go on for days about the benefits and the decline. But Jay wants to build on this thing. I know I'm repeating myself, but for someone to do it, he don't have no passion for this. It's an easy means to a coin, and he'll tell you that. But what he don't know is he's pissing off a lot of people. He's pissing off because one, he chose the wrong character. I always tell people when you enter the content creator game, be careful of the way you enter because that's going to follow you forever. So he chose to do the pastoral play, but did he not know that when that comes to that pastoral thing, people hold you to a certain element, and he's all below that element, and a lot of people are not happy with that at all. But we gonna get into that in a minute. So, what's up, Black Pearl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. All right. So as I was coming on, I saw this brief clip of somebody talking about that they can't find the damn nukes. Talking about Iran, and I'm like, and I they can't find the damn nukes. And that was supposed to be there. And I'm like, And that's why I say, you sitting up there fighting somebody else's war, got yourself in a war, and they coming at you, and you're not 100% certain. That nuclear facility was in the mountains, even though they said they had great espionage and 100%. Do you think they're gonna? Let's be honest, if those people knew that they nuke facility, don't you think they would have moved some of that stuff somewhere else? I'm just saying. And they got tunnels here, tunnel there, everywhere. Where it's just like, so they're just gonna leave that nuke facility, knowing that y'all want. So now apparently, I feel Rump got played. Rump got played by Netanyahu and all that. And now he looking, and then on top of the other thing that gave me great concern is that his chief intelligence officer was saying something totally different than what Rump was saying, and Rump had to sit up here and say, "Oh, she don't know what she's talking about." I don't. She's the chief intelligence officer for a reason, and I like, oh, this don't sound good because y'all all got to be on one page. And like I said, you're not gonna sit there and anyway, I'm like, now you got your ass for shit. And they screaming death too, you know what? Death too, you know what? Because you got your ass for shit that you should never say that. That's between them. Oh, child, I don't know. Let me see. Okay. 0F F's given. SK, you're on the money. Jay was is the biggest fraud, and it won't be long before he gets popped again. He got way too arrogant. I agree with everything you stated in that statement, but he's pissing off too many people. It's just like you can't sit up here and talk about everybody and anything, but when somebody says something about you, you say, "Oh, I'm not talking about that." The law is for the like. I respect law enforcement, but you can't keep scaring people with law. But you doing and not would say harassing, but humiliating people on a daily, so you can make content on them. It's not like and he'll go back to old stuff that people have really come up from and try to reopen that wound. But when you try to do that to him, he get mad. You can't be like that. You can't be like you asking for the inevitable to happen. It's just like certain things you say, just say them that way and don't go no further. But he going far out. So I'm just like, he did it anyway. Pizza is my mother-in-law. Why pizza? Pizarro is on YouTube all day and night. We never do. You hear her say, "I have to cook, clean, help with homework, and spend time with my husband." Okay, so we'll get into that. Great segue. Zero F's given. So this is what I said today, and I've been put this together, but I put it together today. I honestly don't feel Pizarro is married nor a mother. I always said she wasn't no mother, but I know she was not married today. Because let me tell you something. Now she running around flirting with these Umar people, right? For what I'm hearing, right? And I said, interesting. She will go wherever the money would go. So apparently, like the Umar boys or whatever, they giving out money. I guess I don't know to those that they really like. What's up, real mama Fifi? How you doing? So I said, oh, now she changing her tune. Because remember, Pizarro was always like, oh, no straight man. You can't have no straight man while I'm up here because of my husband and all that bullshit. No, I think that was just a sense of control to control anybody that may come after her, at her, and any other bullshit. But I also think that she chose that, oh, I'm a motherly person, I got kids. It's a money game to resonate with the audience, right? To resonate with those who are women, one, mothers, one, and those who may be married. Because you feel more inclined to those that, you identify with or who I can identify with you. She switched that tune up because, like somebody said, I think it was Hershey, or somebody, no, I think it may have been, I forgot who it was, but somebody was saying she on here every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on holidays. And I said, you know what? The, to be honest, people's pockets are drying up. So she trying to go where the easy money is, and now that seems to be to open herself up to these Umar guys or whatever, and however they giving the money and stuff like that, right? Because what happened to you being in this relationship and shit like that? So, so that's my 2 cents about Pizarro not being married. But I honestly feel she's not married. I honestly feel she's not because she spent too much time on here. And like I said, I feel she a professional babysitter for one of her siblings and stuff like that. That's how I feel. So, thank you to Taz. And Taz says thanks to everyone that's joined us live. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here. So, thank y'all for being here. Thank you to Taz. Zero Else Given says she's chasing money. That's exactly why she allowed straight me on her panel now. Right, exactly. And the dynamics of the sector have changed. The dynamics used to be more towards, women centric, but also, that now Bree's got a man. She's trying to now, be more inclusive of men, it seems. So, let's see. Pizarro is not on. It's not only not married. She's not a mom, and she gets mad when I tell her. Oh, yeah, I've been told her before she's not a mama because one thing you won't do is be saying that kind of stuff she was saying around them kids before, and smoking the way she was smoking. Said allegedly she was smoking the way she did. I mean, you only do that when you don't give a damn because there's somebody else's kids and not your own. It's just a lot of telltale signs. But right now, I feel Pizarro is desperate for increased monetary means, and that's why she's trying to hold on or pick up any narrative that will bring that in. To be honest, so that's how I feel. But I always said that. So she is an aunt I think she may be definitely an aunt, but like an aunt that's a professional babysitter. So Zero Else Given says, notice the minute she doesn't get any money, she has an attitude and then starts to pocket watch. The minute she gets a cash out, when she starts bragging, they let Pizarro play in their face. Oh, for sure. She been playing in the people's faces forever. Talking about she got 3 birthdays in a year and all this other crazy shit, and then just being downright disrespectful when she don't get what she thinks she should be getting and all that. But the crazy thing is, if you masking your money that way, you need to be careful because one day they gonna come knocking on your door for that back pay. So you just keep playing around, thinking that you concealing money or whatever. So, Real Mama Fifi says Lemon says she started taking men on her panel for 2025. She started taking men on her panel when the money started dropping. That's what happened. What's up, Castro Cannon, boy? I don't know what to tell you. Castro, I really don't know what to say to you. I'm not here to critique. I'll drop the link because I have questions. You don't have to hit the link. This is not a plea for you to hit the link. I'm just extending the invitation to you, so the audience here can get their own insight into your love, Romeo and Juliet that you got going on. So if you want to, feel free to hit the link. 'Cause I'm sure people got some questions for you. All I can say with you, Castro, is be careful of the game you play. Oh, here comes Castro. What's up, Castro? How you doing?
What's up, Sir King?
How's everything?
Everything's going pretty well. I done calmed down. I had to show my ass earlier this morning.
Yeah, that was quite early. Um, why are you running around with pow pows and stuff like that? And
I know that was so. I shouldn't have did that.
you
But
should.
I wanted to put it out there as a warning because people was threatening me and saying what they gonna do to me, and I want them to know that I got some heat for that ass.
But that could be seen as a terroristic threat. Castro.
Well, I didn't say any names. I just said it was for my
No,
own protection.
you don't have. But you're saying I'm going. Let me tell you something. Remember Z? Oh yeah, I know you know ZT. Now this is
That
back in the day,
crackhead.
right? You know the FBI visited ZT because he did the same thing you did.
He did. They did. I didn't
Yes,
know
they
that.
did. Yes, they did. He was making, I believe, a threat towards Sirius Bayless, and because Sirius Bayless was, I guess, alleged to have pulled up on her. I don't know the details, but I know he pulled out that pow, and he said the FBI paid him a visit. So be
But see,
careful.
he was live doing that though. I ain't gonna lie, he was live. I remember that saga. I think
But
he was scared.
weren't you lied doing yours?
No, that was Miles. Miles was in a video. Miles was a pre-recorded video to let someone know that if you try to harm me, I got someone that will give me a weapon to protect myself. That's all.
Oh, so the weapon's not yours. Child.
No, it's not mine. No, it wasn't mine.
So I mean, okay. So let me ask you this, Castro. I know. I mean, your answer may end the play, but listen, is this all a play? Is this an orchestrated thing that we got going on, or what?
Everything is real that you're seeing. We're not playing. I'm not playing. He's not playing. Nobody. No one's playing. This is all real.
But this,
It's a reality.
okay, but it seems so. Tommy mentioned something earlier today, and then he kind of brought you into the situation, which he says y'all. He came over to your channel to get you money too. So is this for money? Is this for money as well? I mean,
No, it's well. In my case, I ain't looking for no handouts. I'm not a panhandler over here because I could have easily been on my channel begging people to send me something, but I'm not that person. But
no,
when
no,
it comes to when it oop, when it
no.
comes,
I don't cash. I
hmm,
don't think you should class. I don't think you should classify it as a handout. I think it's the proceeds of entertainment. All
well,
right, people. I don't think it's a handout. It's the proceeds that come with you entertaining folks. If we want to call this
well, when it,
entertainment,
yeah, that's true. But when it comes to him, I don't even want to really speak his name because I don't really too much. I don't care for him right now. I really don't. I really don't. But when it comes to him, he always wanted me to push my cash app and try to see what I can get. And I never did. I didn't get much. Now, when it comes to him, he has people that support him, and he gets cash apps and stuff and things like that. But I'm not expecting the beef sector to give me anything. Now they can't. Now they can if they want to. A matter of fact, Sir King, you was the first person that ever paid me from you the first person that ever paid me for a song. I made $25. You told me to sing a song, and I was so grateful. Oh my goodness, I was so grateful. I was shocked. But
Oh, yeah.
that's how that's kind of like what Tommy does. He wants people to send me something, and they ain't got to send me nothing. They don't.
I had another question for you. And it was okay. So, are you jealous of this new love that maybe Tommy has found? I mean, because you are acting kind of like maybe a scorn lover, I guess.
No, I'm not jealous at all. I ain't jealous at all. I want him to be happy. This where we live at, in Arkansas, it's a small world. I mean, well, well, how can I say? It's a small world, and people know each other. A lot of people that may have had food around with each other. They can be friends, homies, cousins, and all that. So it's a small world. So I wasn't too much shocked when he announced, what he did earlier on Jay Wilson's panel
Oh, that
about
he
someone that
also,
had dealings with me.
yeah, the man with the Camaro, that you also
Yeah,
have relations with.
yeah,
Is that small?
it's very small.
Mm. So, did you want the man with the Camaro?
I mean, we did have something at some point, but when you know that you two guys are not clicking, it's time to go your separate ways.
So, you said that man catfishing because he's gotten bigger since his recent pictures.
Who say that one more time?
You said the guy that's, I guess, Tommy is with, he's catfishing folks because that's not what he looked like
Oh,
today.
oh no, 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 no. He's not catfishing at all. No, he's a handsome man. Someone I thought that I could fall in love with, and I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I still got love for that man, but I know that me and him, we could never be now, no more. It is what it is. So hey,
But why so?
I wasn't
What?
expecting, huh?
Why you had love for him, but not enough love to love him fully?
Well, it was some personal things that I don't really too much want to get into details about that, but but hey, sometimes things don't work out. It don't work out.
Okay, so I mean, do you think you? I'm not hoping for this, but do you think you and Tommy will get together again?
Oh no, no, no. We're done. We all the way done. I wish that brother the best. I'm not trying to make myself look like a fool again on YouTube because what you guys have been seeing over the weeks and past months, it's been foolishness, and it got me looking, like I got a problem and like I'm crazy or really on dope or something because, I kept, trying to make certain things work, but now I know that if you can't if you can't fix it, it's time for you to just leave the situation alone. Leave it alone.
So let me ask you: did you call that man child?
I did not. I didn't do that. I wouldn't dare do. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare try to mess up someone's livelihood. No, I wouldn't do that. Just like I didn't call the police on that man, because if I called the police on that man when things was going really really downhill, he wouldn't have a car, a place to stay, or maybe let alone a check. I saved him. I really did. Oh, a shooting star. I'm always seeing those shooting stars. But he wouldn't have he wouldn't have what he has right now. I'm not gonna lie. He is doing a lot better than I am. But let's not be silly that I can do the same thing. I can easily jump off the porch and do the same thing. Not as well. I would say without the driving, because I have a fear of driving. So, you know. But other than that, I can work. I know how to work. I've been working, for some time now. I have.
So why don't you? Oh, that'll be a dumb question. I was gonna say, well, why don't you ask Tommy to get you a job at his company?
Well, that's not. Well, honestly, that's not that's not my type of work that I want to do. So I'm good on that.
So what's the kind of work you like to do?
I really prefer to work outside. Cutting grass, or just really doing something that I know that would be more. beneficial towards me when it comes to work. I would say I don't mind, cleaning buildings. I could do the same thing like he does, but I don't really want to do that, like that. I don't want to do that. But I can't lie. It's kind of like the same. I mean, I'm sounding silly. It's kind of like the same, but I prefer not to clean. I don't want to go to no schools. I don't want to do all that. I
So,
rather go to
have you
another.
thought about reaching out to Troy Allen, see if he, don't give you any tips or anything?
Well, Troy Allen is in another state. I don't know what he does, but I'm sure he's making good money over there.
I don't know. He out here looking like somebody who should have kept their mustache on. But anyway, yeah.
Oh
So
my goodness.
no, I'm just saying. Well, Castro, what I'm gonna tell you about internet life is they follow you wherever you go. So you gotta be careful what you put on here, because you may wake up and see a shooting star, and then decide to change your life, and you got all this minutia following you,
Mhm.
day to day. So it's good for the moment, but for the future, it may not, be
Yeah,
that.
I understand that.
And tell us why does Tommy love you? I mean, that's I think I don't. I think people are perplexed as to why y'all like each other.
You say why does who love me?
Why does Tommy? I mean, not Tommy. Excuse me. Why does Tommy like you? I mean, we never really see Jay Wilson don't do that. He's just a mess starter. We trying to here over here. We trying to really understand the people. So why do y'all like each other? What attracted y'all to each other? Like, why is this going on?
I mean, hold on. To be honest, I got a little heartburn right now. Give me 1 second. Mm.
Oh, that's so cute. His heart burning from the love. Oh,
No,
oh,
damn, my body, baby. Come on now. But no, what attracted me to Tommy was his personality. He was funny. He was country. I never had a person that was very, very country like that. Even though people say I'm a little country, but I don't hear it. But he's from the rural towns of and well the rural towns in Arkansas. In the backwoods. So therefore, I never experienced that type of lifestyle or had someone to come around me that is like that. So therefore, that attracted me to me.
So,
That attracted me to him.
so when you say country, me dumb, stupid, we just gotta clarify.
Well, everybody that's from the country or rural towns are not stupid. You have people that are successful. I mean, a small town is a small town, but at the same time, it's all about how you make it. It's all about how you can make. What you're gonna make of yourself. When you leave that small town. So I wouldn't call everybody. I wouldn't call people that's from the small towns or dumb or anything like that. I wouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
we just had to clarify because people like to run with that. Castro called them,
Yeah, I know.
country.
And Tommy is very smart too. I ain't gonna lie, he's very smart. He may not, some people may not, hear it, but since I've been around him, he knows how to, handle business, and I like, and that was another thing that I liked about him too, because certain things that I didn't know, he did help me, help me out, and he taught me certain things, so I wouldn't dare take that away from him, you know.
well, you giving a lot of like vagueness. Can you give us some examples? Like, how is he smart? How was he able to handle business?
Well, he knows how to, be a productive citizen, out here. Like you just said, a lot of folks wouldn't think that people that comes from those type of towns, they don't know how to do anything. But Tommy, he was raised well from a good family, from a great good family that knows him, and he soaked up a whole lot, whatever they may have taught him, and he's
Mm.
still using those things to this day.
Okay, thank you. That's a great answer. Why do you think he was attracted to you?
Hold on, a car is coming by. I'm in the hood. I'm sorry, car is
Oh,
coming by.
duck, duck. You better duck. Child.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. They done passed now.
Oh Lord, you gotta work. Tommy, this is somebody after you. Child. Anyway, I was saying, why do you think he was into you?
Because he like my personality and my body and my features.
Oh, your feature. Okay,
Yep, my features.
okay, all right. Yeah. Like what? Your bald head, or I mean, what? What?
My face, brother. My face. I almost called you the N
Oh,
word, but my face, brother. I ain't trying to be rude. My face
okay. Well,
and
you
my
just
body.
that's why I say you speak with a tone of vagueness. So sometimes people have to, entice you to get specific. So your face. So what about your?
Yes, my. I'm not ugly. Do you find me attractive? I mean, oh, I forgot. You're not gay. But I'm not ugly. I'm not ugly at
I
all.
mean, to be honest, and this is no disrespect, you remind me of a Ninja Turtle. So, but that's no disrespect. I mean, Ninja Turtles are
Everybody
very.
calls me that. It doesn't affect me. I've been hearing that all my life. It's all right. I'll be a Ninja Turtle. I'm good. I'm a damn good looking Ninja Turtle around this motherfucker. Okay, I am.
Okay.
But how do you look though, Sir King?
Like a booger wolf.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. Mhm.
But you never show your face though. I wish you would. I don't know why you're scared. Yeah, we all get. I mean, you're doing
I'm
this for a reason.
listen. I can't be like Lemon and cheapen the brand. I have to stay with it. I created a whole movement, and I have to stay by that movement. So I just can't do that. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I understand.
Okay, so you say your anything besides your features? I mean,
Say it one more time.
anything else besides your face? I mean,
It was
yeah,
it was my personality. Like I said, I mean, it was just
what about
it was
your
just me
personality?
being me.
Are
He
you
he liked me. He liked me for me being me,
okay?
and we went from there.
Okay, I got you. Okay, all right. Now, how do you feel about? And I know this is. Feel free to decline the answer, but he keeps throwing out accusations about your health. I mean, that's just terrible when we hear that.
They've been saying it for years, Sir King. So therefore, I'm not going to prove a point to strangers that I don't know. I'm good. I have
Okay,
not been to the clinic burning. I don't have those issues. I'm perfectly fine. I am.
perfect. Okay, cool. And then the king that you went to go see was King Payne or ZT.
Look, when it came, I wasn't seeing that crackhead, but when it came to King Payne, I wanted to meet up with him down because he came to my city. See,
Mm,
Tommy screwed what I was saying to him. He came to my city and I seen him on live, downtown in Little Rock, and I was like, oh man, I wish I can go down there and meet him and take a picture, and see what he's like, because he asked me, what is to do out here because he was just going to be only here for a little short quick time you know.
mm.
So I just kind of wanted to just get a picture, or I liked his content. I support him. I still support him. I hope he don't feel like I was trying to set him up by whatever that man has said about whatever he may have thought what it was. But I wasn't trying to meet up with King Payne to have sex. That's not me. I don't meet up with people that I don't even know to have sex. That I don't a stranger, especially a stranger that I never even had a conversation with. I wouldn't do that. Mm-mm. We got to talk before I feel like I want to be sexually involved with you.
Well, let's okay. So that's interesting you said it because Jay Wilson run around here saying that you were traveling home because I mean, I guess somebody he know in Texas you went to go see. I mean,
No, I can tell you the truth. Jay Wilson knows someone that I may have had some relations with when he was here in Arkansas. I don't know where he's. I guess he done moved to Texas now, but and they may have bumped heads. But honestly, Jay Wilson already told me that he knew him. He knew him, and when I talked with Jay Wilson, he shared. I told Jay Wilson the person's name. He was like, "Oh, I know him." I'm like, "Yeah, that nigga is crazy as fuck. Yeah, he's crazy." And I had to get away. I had to get away from around him because I was gonna bust his windows out and I was gonna slash his tires because he popped up at my house one time when I was out of town,
oh,
trying to make it seem like it was something that it wasn't. He came to
oh,
my family house, so therefore I don't want to ever see that nigga again ever.
did he love you too?
No, he didn't love me. He was playing games. He was older than I am. See, I date up. I don't date down. Tommy
Oh,
is the only person that I have really kind of gave, my time that was kind of like around my age. But I usually date people that's in their 40s or 50s.
and what's the philosophy behind that?
I like older men. I don't like younger men. Ugh,
And
yuck.
what's the philosophy behind that?
Because I feel like they are kids in the head and they still act immature. I like someone that is seasoned and that has lived that has lived and that has experience. So therefore they can, They can teach me a little something. Someone that's young, they can do. I mean, they can still have the same characteristics as well, but I'm not attracted to that. I like an older, stronger, young. I mean, a older, stronger person. Mentally wise. Honestly, I do.
And pocket wise too, right?
Oh no, I told them, I look, baby, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Any person that I have met, I told them all. I tell them, I tell them off top. I don't want anything that you got. I just want you to be liking on me. I don't care what you got, because it ain't. Because at the end of the day, it ain't mine. So I ain't gonna be. I'm not gonna be out here boasting and bragging about somebody else's achievements or whatever they may live, whatever they may drive or how they may, wherever they may live. I'm not. Look. I done dated a millionaire before, and I done been to the person's house, and I still can call him up to this day. But I don't want to entertain that anymore. I'm good on that.
What do you mean you don't want to entertain that anymore? I mean, that's interesting vernacular that you just used.
I don't. I mean, I had fun in my 20s, man. And see, when you get older, certain things it can be fun to you at some point, but at some point you got to just learn how to cut that off because it gets old. A lot of things get old. Just like my body got old. Well, not old, but it done changed. My body has definitely changed. I don't feel it out a whole lot. But hey, it is what it is. I still love me, and I love my thickness right now because I used to be a little bit, skinny, a little 32. Now I'm a little maybe a 34 or 36 probably. These thighs are expanding. I ain't gonna lie to you. These thick thighs are expanding.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, are they expanding from what? You eating all damn day and drinking or what?
Yes, I eat a lot. I eat a lot. I eat a whole lot. I eat
Are
good.
you-
And matter of fact, when I get off of here, I got some brisket, some macaroni and cheese,
Okay,
and some potato salad.
okay.
And look,
This may seem very callous about what I'm gonna say, but please don't be a Brian 2.0. Okay.
oh, I'm not gonna be a Brian 2.0. Matter of fact, I love Brian, and I really hate the fact that people are making fun of what he's going through because it can be any one of us,
But but but
in that bed. So that's
but,
not something funny to
but
me.
Castro, see, you missing the point. You gotta be careful how you speak to people that support you in times of adversity. And he talked very nasty to a lot of people who were really concerned for him during his first medical episode. So now he back with a second medical episode, and people are not too, caring or alarmed because of his mouth. His mouth is what got him in the situation that he's in terms of how people feel towards him.
Well, honestly, we say all, but I disagree with that because we all say a lot of things, and we all can meet our hold on, what I'm trying to say. We all can meet certain things, and when it comes to our karma. So therefore, hey. I, I hate that happened to him, but at the same time, it's our bodies, Sir King. It's our bodies.
Yeah,
It ain't
well,
about what we
I'm not
saying. It's our
necessarily,
bodies.
well, I'm not necessarily talking about the body thing. I'm talking about why he told people to, I ain't asking for your damn money. I ain't ask you to send me your money. When he was in dire straits and dire need. And then he got up out of the hospital and said, listen, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. When he had blood clots to his legs and to you know, how can I say it, not his doctor's advice, he got up there and left.
Well, that was his choice. That was his choice.
So
I'm not
that's
in his head, so I don't know why he did that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not in his head, so I don't know why he
he
did that.
was scared. He was scared. I guess talking about, how much work he missing, and look how much work he missing now. So I don't know.
Well, I hope he get back, right and well. Oh, the story. I need to go to the store real quick. But I hope he get right back to his normal self. Honestly, I do.
So are you scared of seeing Tommy in the middle of Arkansas accidentally running into there?
I'm not. I'm really not. I don't live my life in fear, Sir King. I don't walk around with knives and pepper sprays and anything bats or anything or broomsticks or anything like that. Look. Don't nobody bother me. Don't nobody bother me at all. I've been walking since I don't have a car. I've been walking for a long time, and I don't have any issues when I walk out here in the streets. Now I do get a
It's
few
like,
people that may.
wait a minute. So how late in the night you be walking?
I don't walk. Well, I'm not a street walker, Sir
Well,
King. I
I'm
just
not trying to.
when I
No. I'm not trying to imply that at all. Like you selling stuff. But it's dangerous to be sitting up, walking in, at night and stuff. Like I'm just being for real.
Well, hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want.
But why haven't you asked for an e-bike or something?
But sir, I can get a Lyft or Uber, anything, or a taxi. But when I'm just going to the store, it's nothing to walk to the store or walk to a food bank, or a pantry, anything like that. I get around. I don't need people. I don't rely on other people. Sometimes you gotta rely on yourself. You just don't look. Use your legs that God gave you, and stop expecting someone to always help you because the world ain't gonna feel sorry for you. So therefore, you gotta get up and move. So that's what I be doing. I be getting up and moving. That's
But
what I do.
in all honesty, I'm more concerned about you being vulnerable to people who may not be paying attention to the road and hit you. That's
Well, you
what.
know what? I've been blessed. I was gonna call you Jay Wilson. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
I've been blessed that I haven't had that issue, and I don't want to have the issue because there has been a few close calls where cars, they was people may have been a little drinking and they got a little too close to the sidewalk, but I'm glad that I was protected by God, so I'm good. But Sir King, can you hold on? I need to go to the store for a second.
Yeah,
Is that okay with you?
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Just don't run into
Okay, and
trouble.
I'll be right back to answer some more questions. So you go and finish your commentary, and I'll be right on back.
All right, no problem.
I'm going on mute.
Okay. What's up,
All right.
Rico? Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Rob Beauty World says Castro, both of y'all drink the relationship will always be toxic. Well, they say they're done with each other. They said they are done with each other. E. Brown says Jay Wilson gonna be the cause of someone going to jail. He take his side. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. Tommy is real unstable. Ooh, child. Hey, what's up, Outspoken? If you want to hit the link, feel free to tell us what you think. Flower Side Aries says, "Hey, Ray Black. What's up, Keena? How you doing? Good to see you. Let me see. Meet you for reals. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to be with you. Let me see. Simple Living. What's up, Simple Living? Cash Link. This is what what's his kitten here. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Now, Beauty World says, Cassie, do you have the other guy first and Tommy went with him after you had him? You can ask him when he come back. I don't know. Somebody asked me a question about Cooper Flag. I think I told them, yeah, I think it might have been Michelle. Yeah, I saw that. They said that he was the first white player drafted since 1977. So, yeah. All right. Feel free to hit the link and tell us what you think if you want to. Castro's in the store getting something to drink. I don't know. All right. So the other thing I wanted to say, in case you coming in late, we talked about Pizarro's not married, nor does she have any children. She spent too much time online, and now she all of a sudden is changing her rules to deal with men on the panel because they allegedly are giving her money. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show you. I saw that with Cooper Flag. We're going to Dallas. Like I said, he's the first white player drafted since 1977. So we'll see how he does. We'll see how he does. Okay. What about tonight's topics? We get into it. So you a little bit late, Keena. We're a little bit late. Circle now going down. That's why I told you. I said, Keena. That's what I told you. I said I was scared about that circle going down, and sure enough, it went down. Somebody put a hit piece out on it and talking about all something, a whole bunch of stuff about it, and it's dropping. That's why I said you can't trust the stock market, boy. And it always happens. Like the house, they always going Wall Street gonna always get their money back. So the money that they were losing, I guess you would say, or people would get it, they gonna switch around and turn that bad boy back and then drop all the way down. So child, it's crazy. Yes, he's drafted number one. Number one. And I think that's an attempt to save the league because the majority, to me, of the league are white people. And as I was saying earlier, like white people don't really want to see no European player. They don't resonate. That doesn't resonate with them. We saw that with Jokic and somewhat with Luca. They want to see an American player be the centerpiece of the league to some some extent, or at least be in the top three. So I think that's why Cooper Flag is the great hope. So Sir King, see, it went down, and you was just talking about it yesterday. Yeah, I told you. I said that's what I said. That was my fear. I said, you go, you get in it, you get in it, you get it, and you come out, because when it's going to drop, it's going to drop. Just when something goes up like that astronomically for $31 up to $200 like that in a span of 2 weeks, you know how much money them exchanges are losing. So it's always gonna be a way that they gonna come back and get their money, and they came back quick, dropped almost $100 in a damn day. So yeah, but you live and you learn, you know. I unfortunately, yeah, Michelle's daughter. I feel that looking at their consumer base, I feel that it's mostly white, and that's who they want right now at the top. I guess I mean that's speculation because that whole Luca thing was suspicious, and then Dallas gets the number. What? Child, let's see. Well, to be honest, many including myself, don't want to see an Eastern European face as right. They thought that was cool, but then they come to find out that the American people don't resonate with European players. So, but the NBA needs an overhaul. Well, they gotta be careful how you overhaul. A male Caitlin Clark. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's true. That's true. That's true. But they gotta find a male Caitlin Clark that can ball like that. Caitlin Clark can ball. She could ball. She could. It ain't like they just put her up. Like to me, it seemed like they put Angel Reese up with her. And Angel Reese is nowhere near as talented as Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark can back up the marketing. Right now, the league is looking for somebody. Because, like I told you, I feel like Ty Halliburton, whatever the name is, and what's the other boy name? Jason Tatum. They look too soft to me to be the face of the league. And the other ones that you want, like Anthony Edwards, he's in the wrong market. And I guess you could say Shea Alexander, he in the small market. But they got no one that really got that persona. I feel Anthony Edwards, but he got to polish his image up a little bit. But yeah, so I guess they going with the great, the great hope, which is going to be this dude, uh, Cooper Flag. But who knows if he'll be able to make that transition? Because to me, he ain't coming. I mean, I don't know. I got a good sense of reading people, and I've only been wrong a couple of times. I just don't feel he can bring it. But you never know. NBA, it depends on what system he in, who his coach, all that stuff. So his athleticism is not really, I feel, that tremendous. But like I said, I don't know. You never know. I've been surprised before. So, well, she could join the NBA too, but Caitlin is a crybaby. Angel Reese is not as talented, but that is my opinion, and they are truly hyping Caitlin Clark. All these black male athletes love them for Caitlin Clark, who is the great white hope for the WNBA. Hey, she saved the NBA. So she saved the NBA. I mean, she saved the WNBA. That's all I'm gonna say. She can ball. She saved the WNBA. So I gotta give her credit. And she don't back down for what I can see. What's up, your pleasure, 721? How you doing? I was caught up in the Angel Reese hype, but didn't realize how great Caitlin Clark really was until recently. Yeah, she got skill. You know. Thank you for coming through. Your pleasure. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's get into Jay Wilson real quick. Excuse me. All right, I hope y'all don't hear me yawning. Okay, let me get into this Caitlin Clark situation. Not Caitlin Clark, the Jay Wilson situation. At first, let me break it down to you. Earlier this morning, they starting off with this Tommy and Castro thing. They talking about Castro got a pow show, the pow and all that stuff, going back and forth, whatever. I think the whole situation is crazy. The crazy thing to me is that they doing this stuff on the internet and they don't know everybody in a city that's watching. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of messed up. But the issue that I had with Jay Wilson, this motherfucker up here antagonizing that shit. He up here calling out, oh, wasn't he with this person or wasn't he with that person and all this shit. And I'm like, Jay Wilson, you about to get your ass hemmed up in a legal situation because it's like you antagonizing these two dudes to go after, like, to just like he rubbing it in his face that like this person with that person and not with that person and all that stuff. I
Okay, I'm
just,
back, Jake. Oops, I'm back. Sir King.
so what did you have to get?
I had to go get me some gummy worms.
Oh, child. So what I was saying was, I feel like Jay Wilson was kind of rubbing it in and tagging y'all a little bit, and that shit could have went offline, or you know what I mean. So yeah,
Well,
that's
he's here for the coin. He want to make his money, and I'm glad that I was able to make him some money this month. You know, so therefore I did my job well for the following month. I have done my job for him. He done got a little traction to the channel, some more traction to the channel.
yeah, but I just feel like he playing a dangerous game because he don't know how far something may go. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
sometimes it be unseen players who jump into situations like people y'all that where y'all live who watching the situation and start trying to get themselves invested in it and want to maybe come up and pop you in the head or something that it's just
And
it's just
I ain't worried about that because ain't nobody gonna touch me now. I got people that loves me so much, Sir King. I promise you, they are willing to give me a weapon to protect myself, and I don't want to have to shoot anybody in the head or in the stomach or any other, on anybody. I don't want to have to shoot any body parts, but I'm not worried about that. Like I told you, I don't live my life in fear. I don't, especially when it comes to the next man walking. I don't. I don't
oh,
even look that way.
okay. All right. Well, yeah.
I ain't scary like that now. I ain't scary like that. I may have been scared of them hits that I was getting, but I ain't scared of that.
Yeah, why
Mm-mm.
you let him hit you like that?
Well, I was trying to defuse the situation at times. Things just popped off. It went haywire. So it was what it was. It was on so much that I could do. It was on so much that I could do. You know.
But did you ever hit him back?
Oh yeah, I did. I did.
When he was sleeping, right?
No, he wasn't sleeping. He was awake. He was
Oh,
wide awake for that one.
okay. All right. Just if you want to know, because it seemed like you were the one screaming and he was the one yelling. So I don't know.
Yeah. And see, I want to say this too. When I said some things that was kind of crazy that you guys may have heard, I was only using it as a scare tactic towards him so he can calm down. Like when I said I wanted to take myself out, or just other things like I would say just crazy, just saying crazy things and words. I was only trying to get him to just calm down, but that didn't work.
No, that would not
That
work. That
didn't
would
work.
incite him even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that logic. So,
Mhm.
mm. Anything else you want to share with the people, Castro?
No, I have shared so much. I don't think I have too much to really even share because I have moved on. I wish that person the best. I don't hate him. I just hope he don't come around me trying to get all rowdy with me because there will be repercussions behind his actions if he touched me again. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Well, I hope the repercussions are a friendly hug and just good words.
Well, it won't be no hugging. I don't know where you get that from, but it'll be a look and that's it. A side eye.
Okay. I honestly feel, my prediction is not soon, but in the future, I do think y'all gonna get back together.
Nah, nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm good on that. I ain't gonna. I ain't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really been feeling like I need to leave this lifestyle alone because it's not working. It didn't work with women, so therefore it ain't gonna work with a man. So therefore, hey, asexual is what I'm trying to be aiming towards too. I ain't gonna lie to you,
And what
because
lifestyle
I
is
don't.
that? What lifestyle is that?
Which one?
You said being a flirt because you said they ain't working with women, they work with men. What you mean being like a
I'm I'm
romantic?
saying. I'm saying I want to get out of the homosexuality, the lifestyle. I want to get out of that because it's not working for me. So therefore, I don't want to be I'm not really, longing to be with he or she. I'd rather be by myself. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
what's that boy? Hey, so you gonna do the Andrew Caldwell?
Well, I don't know what he does. What do you mean by that?
He said he ain't gay. He ain't gay no more. So
Oh, I'm not. I'm not putting an Andrew Caldwell. I'm just choosing to do something for me. It ain't about no religion, nothing like that. It's just about what I want to do for me. That's it.
okay, so okay, so you're just gonna be asexual. Okay. Well,
Because this whole, I'll go ahead.
no, I said I apply that. That's definitely less stressful.
I mean, because it's too much drama. I mean, it's like dealing with a woman is already crazy, and then we dealing with a nigga. Oh my goodness, my God, today. Ugh. Mm.
Well, I think it's you're dealing with personalities and people. So,
Mhm.
you know, that's the
But you
that's
know
the
what, Sir King? I forgot. I did see you once before. I did see you. You know, you was with somebody in a picture with I think with a woman. And you know what? You pretty. You know, you're not ugly. You know, you're right. You got a round face like I do. You know, you're a lot more. You're a lot more taller, and you know, you're a lot more bigger than I am. So you're a pretty handsome guy.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that wasn't me. But that was,
Oh,
I'm
that
trying.
wasn't you. Okay,
No, no. That's
I
many
thought it
of
was.
you know, you know, that's many of
So
the
are you
people.
ever gonna show your face, or you're not gonna? You always gonna be behind the
This
avatar?
do you know the recipe of Coke? Are they giving out the recipe to Coke so that you can understand what it is? No, I mean like Coca Cola, not Coke, the drug, the
Oh,
Coca Cola.
I guess not. Thank you
Right,
for answering.
right, right.
I mean, but I don't know why you won't show your face. I mean, hey, be you. I mean, it seems like you're ashamed to show who you really are. I mean,
So
don't. I mean, you can
actually,
talk about, but see, you remind me of Sundown a little bit. You can talk about a lot of people, but you won't show your face and get behind the avatar, which I feel
well,
like what you hiding for. I mean,
do,
are
do
you
you see?
scared?
You see? You gotta understand the creation of Avatar Nation. My name ain't no damn stomp down, right? I'm not stomping on nothing nor down. I created Avatar Nation for a reason. There was a whole premise of that reason for that.
I get it. I get it. I
Right.
get it, my brother. I get it.
That's like your name Castro Cannon, right? That's like you growing hair and your head not looking like a cannon. You get what I'm saying? So that would just defeat the whole purpose of your name.
Now I don't understand that analogy, but okay. Thank you.
Well, you know what a
That was
cannon.
shady too. That was shady as hell,
I,
Sir King. Come on now.
I was just trying to
You been
relate it home to you. Like,
you've been throwing them little daggers at me now, and I've been talking to you, giving you some respect. Like, dang, oh my goodness, you done called me a turtle and things like that. Oh my goodness, Sir King.
no, I said well, you remind me, your face remind me of that of a Ninja Turtle. That's it. You should be
Baby,
like,
I'm a nice,
should be
but
proud of you.
hey, I am proud of that because at the same time, it hasn't stopped people from trying to holler at me. If I want to go out there right now, I can get somebody. I could, but right now I'm not searching for that right now. I'm not. I'm good on that. I had my fun in my 20s. I'm gonna be 33 in next month. So therefore, that me going out there trying to search and find love, I'm good on that. Look, if it comes to me, it comes to me. If it don't, hey, I'm fine with that.
Well,
Honestly, I am.
do you think love really exists in this day and age?
It does. It's all about who you meet and how y'all. If you guys are on the same level, and it's 50-50, you can make it out here. But if you getting half, well, I would say if someone's trying to come in and they don't have too much to offer, and it's only half percent, y'all ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it out here. No, you're not. Mm-mm.
Because it's uneven.
Exactly.
Mm.
Because I feel like people are looking for someone that's on their same level. You know what I mean? They are. I'm sure you would want somebody that doesn't have what you have. They be trying to mooch off for you and trying to be. Can I get this? Can I get that? Can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can we go here and go there? Baby, hell no. Baby, what about what you gonna be doing for me? Because I have been that person once before. Well, a few times. Always asking, and hey, it's not always good to do that because that's a turn off. You need to have your shit together.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. Can't deny that. So,
Yes, indeed.
uh,
That's why I don't want to get back into no relationship because I don't have my shit together right now. So therefore, I don't deserve to be in a relationship, Sir King. I don't because I don't have my shit together right now. So therefore, I gotta I gotta thug it out. And so when I'm able to get when I'm able to get my cards right, that's when I'll jump out back. That's when I would jump back out there in the pool in the date, well, really in the dating field, and try to find somebody. And if it doesn't work out for me, I'm fine with that. I'll just be going to church, work, and home.
the trifecta. There you go. Mhm.
Yes, indeed. I don't because I don't do the clubs. I'm not really out there. I don't like really going out there in the world and being all worldly and stuff like that. Because it's so many spirits out there. I don't want that upon me.
That's true.
I'm a precious jewel, Sir King. I'm a precious jewel.
Well, I'm glad you see yourself as precious. Mhm.
Hmm.
Glad you do. Make sure you act that way. You know.
I will. I have been, but someone exposed everything about me. That which is so crazy because I never even came on my panel. I mean not my panel, but on my channel to really just go in on that person. I gave that person grace. I gave that person grace not calling the police. I gave that person grace not calling family members to come over here to jump on this boy. I gave that person grace and mercy.
Mm.
But look where it got me now. On here on your panel, talking about it. It's the
I,
truth, I ain't lying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I just hope you can continue to give each other grace and mercy, and just keep milking this for what it's worth.
Yeah, as long as he stay where he's at, and I'm gonna stay where I'm at, we'll be good. I just don't want. I really don't like the fact that my name is well, my image has been tarnished now. A lot of you guys used to think of me in a different type of light, but now, hell, I look, the curtains have been closed and torn down, and you guys have seen every damn thing. I mean, from the back of my ass to the front. Oh my goodness, you guys seen everything, and it's not, and I don't feel, good about that. I don't like that. I really don't. But you know what? Hey, we are on YouTube. We put it out there, so you know what you guys are gonna what talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we have to do to keep the people informed. Unfortunately,
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Well, I don't want to hold you up any longer, but I appreciate you. You hitting the link and us giving us some of your time and insight. So,
No problem, my brother. No problem.
all right, you be good out there now, please, because we don't need another tragedy.
No, this won't be a lip situation. It won't be a lip situation. No, I'm not trying to go that way. Even though I don't mind, if I have to, spend some time away from the public and be locked up in a cage because someone done tried me. I wish a nigga would. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish a nigga would. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish a nigga would.
So, don't, we already had somebody, had that happen, and they were calling up there trying to get her diet changed and all that. So we don't need
Who was
that.
that?
So, I hop,
Would you care to elaborate on that?
I hop.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't need to speak on her. I'm good on that. I don't want no parts of that. I'm good on that. We look, me and her, we done already had words before. So look, when it comes to her, I am fine. She stay where she's at over there because she's another manic person too. So I'm good on that. I am.
Yeah. So that's what.
hmm
So we already had that episode. We don't need part two with you. So.
No, part 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, not at all.
Exactly.
You
All
know
right.
what, Zach Turkey? I like talking with you. This was good. I like this. I'm not cussing you out. You're not cussing me out. We're just being grown men having a conversation. I like this,
Or telling you
even though
pipe
you are
down,
shady.
pipe down, pipe down. Who you get besides yourself? You get beside. You know who that is? Jay Wilson. I'm like,
Oh
why
my
you?
goodness.
I'm like, why you talking to grown men like they little kids? Like, oh my gosh. Uh,
Well, he want to consider himself. He consider himself daddy. So
yeah,
he
yeah.
brings he brings all the boys to the yard.
I don't know about
He does. He does.
that.
He brings all the boys to the top. That's why he do what he do. He wants you to hit the link because look. Remember when he was saying he wanted to walk away from the mess, and look where he's at right now. He done came right back to the mess. That pays him right now to this day. He
Talking
waited.
about
Look, he's waiting on that ass in check right now.
right now. Talking about he oh
Mm.
he's we said, oh, this new formula is great. I'm like, no, it ain't what you. It's not no new damn formula. I'm like, oh, anyway.
Exactly, because I don't want to hear about no damn politics and shit like that. What's going on in the world? We want to hear beef. We want to hear. We want folks, going back and forth and cussing each other out. Calling each other out on their shit. That's what we want around here. Not no damn. Oh, you guys, did you guys hear about this? You better get it together. Something's gonna change. That's boring.
Yeah, it was something going on with that. That was. I wish he could be transparent about that because he shifted that up as if something was going on or somebody was
Hmm.
looking. So
Yeah. But one thing I can't take away from him, he does, try to keep people informed about certain things. But at the same time, we all are in the world, so therefore we see what's going on. We a lot of times we may not want to talk about it because we come to YouTube to escape that. So when you bring it on here, we don't want to hear about that stuff. Now it's okay to talk about it if you wanted to, if you're on your platform, whatever you want to, whatever you want to bring up. But a lot of times, a lot of folks don't want to hear that. Oh my goodness, look, is this a roach on my head or a water bug? Oh
oh
my
hell
goodness, get
no!
out of here. Uh,
You got a roach on your
I
head.
thought it was a roach on my head. I thought it really was a water bug. They fly around all the time. Can't
Roach,
stand these things.
roach, water bug, sewer bug, ocean bug. It's the same thing.
Yes, indeed. I know it is.
So what did you do with it?
I swiped it off my head. I got it off my head,
So
whatever
it's
that
still,
was.
so it's still roaming around.
You say
it's,
what?
it's still roaming around.
No, it's gone. I should have killed it.
Child.
That's funny.
Mm,
It's funny. With your shady self.
mm. Oh Lord. Thank God that happened over here and not over at Jay Wilson because they would have eaten you alive. Oh my God.
But you know what? I know they would. Look. They wouldn't. Look. They'll be talking about it in the morning. But you know what? I would want you to hit his link one day, and just you guys have a conversation. But I think that would never happen. I think
It,
hell. I think you know what? I think hell will have to freeze over before that happens.
it happened one time before because that's something he was talking about. But no, it'd be nothing but dead air because we don't vibe. We really don't. We don't really vibe because we
He's a cool person, though. I ain't gonna lie. I like him, but I just don't like his shadiness because he's been shady. Look, he's been shading the fuck out of me over the years. I mean, how many years now? He's been about 5 or 6 years now. He's been shading the hell out of me. But it's all right. I take it for what it is. I'm not
like
going. Look, I'm not crying about it. I don't lose sleep about it. But hey, it
well,
is
like
what
you
it is. I
said,
take it for what it is.
you're key to his
Huh?
survival. You're key to his survival. So
Yeah.
you without you and Tommy, who knows? He probably eating lyrics food to survive. So who knows?
I don't know. I don't know.
So yeah.
So can
Alrighty.
I ask you? Can I ask you a question, Sir Queen? Sir King. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to say that like that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ninja Turtle head. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, what are your type in women?
Oh, that's. I have a lot of different types of women. To be honest, it's really about the
Uh,
personality because I don't like ones that be. I know it's the nature of a woman to value, the size of a man's pocketbook. But when they
hmm
lead off with that question, it's just really a turn off for me, to be honest.
I can't stand it. I can't stand these entitled women out here that feel like you gotta take care of me, baby. What about you taking care of me too? You know what I mean? And I hate to say this, but it's a lot of our sisters out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of them. They get these wigs on their head and they feel like they all just bad and
Who?
bougie and shit like that. I can't stand
Who?
shit like that. That really irritates me. That's why I don't even. Oh, that's why I don't date them right now in today's time. Now I
Oh,
ain't saying all women are like that, but in the majority of them are really like that. What can you do for me? What can you do for me
but do you
besides give me
blame?
some head and some ass?
Oh Lord, do you blame hip hop for that?
I blame society for that.
Okay. Yeah, it's not once. I mean, it's a case by case situation. I learned, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, cleanliness is
Well,
key. So you got to be clean. You know.
oh my goodness, not the clean boy. You right about that though. They got to be clean because a lot of these people they be taking bird baths. You know, oh let me get. Oh, I don't want. I don't want to get no water. So I'm gonna just just do a little something something. You need to drench your ass in some look. Get a capsule of bleach if you have to, and wash your ass. I don't need you to come around me smelling like yesterday.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. You need to be clean.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's a case by case situation. So, sink baths. Oh,
Yes, the sink baths. You're right about that. Sink baths. Taking a bar of soap and trying to wash underneath your private area and underneath your arms. Babe, you gotta wash your whole body. Wash them feet. Get underneath them nails and shit like that. You know what I mean? Ugh, these hoes are half stepping out nowadays. They are half stepping, and it ain't cute. Anyway, and when it comes to the niggas, who look, niggas are like that too. A nigga would wash his dick and balls and shit in his asshole and like that, and feel like, oh, I'm fresh. No, you ain't fresh. No, you ain't fresh at all, baby. You're nasty. It's still musty. It
well,
is.
well, the thing that get me is everybody don't need to be wearing no damn spandex. Who told you that you need to be going out? Like we can already see everything without seeing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you,
And I can't lie, even though I'm on the other side of the team, well, on the other side of the fence, but I like seeing Negroes sag. That's kind of like a fetish to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just seeing a thick
I,
ass booty. Mm,
I'm talking about women. They got
I know.
all. Yeah, it's just like, look, no, no. Look like she
So,
was
King,
out
do
there.
you sag?
So what?
Say, do you sag?
That's a private question. I don't even know what you mean by sagging. What is
I just
what is
asking. I'm saying. I'm just asking. Do
what
you
is what
sag?
is
Because
what is, what is,
I don't show my
what is
ass. I don't show my ass. I
oh
got a
that's
big ass, but I don't show my ass.
I thought you meant my testicles. But anyway, move right along. No, I don't do that. I'm a proper man.
And see,
No,
that's me too. Because I feel uncomfortable, with my ass being out walking around. Like, ugh, I feel ratchet. Ugh, it don't even feel right. I feel like I'm prostituting myself out here for the world to see because I got my ass out. I'm showing my ass, my boxers. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of the times, a lot of people don't wipe well. But people like to eat ass a lot.
oh Lord, oh Lord.
It's the truth.
Like yeah, Nola News, yeah, Ken Nola News, yeah, we know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that when it comes to him, but I like him too, though. He's cool.
Stay away from it. Stay away, far away from him. Um,
Why?
he, that boy got issues,
Don't we all?
and you don't need his issues. Trust and believe.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't. I don't. Well, I don't know what his issues is, but I don't need no. I don't need no issues that make me negative when it comes to me. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Not when it comes to that. No.
Yeah. So yeah, but the whole thing with the what they call them, the saran wrap pants and all that stuff. No, everybody don't need to be wearing them. It's too much.
Are you talking about the skinny leg or the skinny
Yeah.
jeans?
Well, not skinny
Oh,
jeans, tights, whatever they be doing. And there ain't been no
you know
women
it,
down
it's
with them. No.
it's funny how people walk around. Well, I would say men, because it's they walk around like they wearing their little brother, their little brother's clothes. And it's like, nigga, do you know how you looking right now?
They
Like a
probably
whole
are.
girl.
They probably are.
Hmm. They are. I
I
won't put it
don't.
past them. Them niggas are cheap out nowadays. They a lot of niggas are cheap, cheap
I
as hell.
detach. I don't worry about it. I don't sag. I don't feel right when my clothes are hanging off of me. I just don't like that feeling. So I'll be pulling
Me
up my
neither.
pants. not down. I don't understand that. And I think I saw a man the other day with his whole butt out. I was like, what was he advertising? I don't. That whole
Yes, indeed. He
situation
was advertised. He probably,
with
I
the
ain't gonna lie to
whole.
you. With the was it down to about was it like just
I
out
think the
bare?
I think the butt cheeks were showing, but I was so in such dismay. I was like, no, that can't be happening. That can't be happening. I just couldn't believe somebody
Some
walked.
guys have motives. Some guys have motives when it comes to that. They trying to pick. They trying to catch something. They out there fishing, so they want somebody to see what they got going on. So it's different. It's different ways around that. I ain't gonna lie to you, it is. Now you do have the thugs out there that love this. This is swag. No, that ain't swag. That's yag right there. I ain't gonna lie, that's yag. That ain't swag. That's yag.
Yeah, this day and age is weird, to be honest. Very.
Very, very. But Sakrina, I enjoyed talking with you. I'm gonna get on down 'cause I know you got you gotta you're trying to finish the rest of your commentary. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, and I thank you for having me up here.
Sure thing. Thank you as well. Always make the right decision. You know,
Yes, indeed, I will.
because it takes only a second to make a decision you regret for a lifetime. So,
Right. I don't want look. I always say, I don't want to make a permanent decision for a temporary moment. So
right.
it's hey, that's my logo right there for me.
Exactly. Exactly. And don't tell Jay Wilson about that water bug. All right.
I won't, because he already look. He already, look. He has really taken that pickles and waffles thing to the head. I
Because
really did
he's
that on purpose. I did that on purpose, Third King, because I knew they was gonna talk about it.
yeah, and he probably went and got some himself. So he
And yeah,
already eat.
and you know what? When he was talking about the pickle things, I felt like it was going towards a little bit pervertic. Like dick, wise, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little bit on. I was kind of cringing, by him, talking about that. I'm like, oh my goodness, Jay Wilson, I'm just eating without, a little snack, because everybody has different taste buds, so therefore, whatever I may, want for the time being, it may be a little different it may be a little different than what he may choose, or may choose to eat.
No, I agree. I totally agree. But he only sees things his way. So
Yeah. I sure wish I could kick it with you though, Jay. Oops. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I keep on calling you Jay. Oh my goodness. Please forgive me, Sir King. I'm sorry.
you gotta get my name
Oh,
right first.
I
Yeah.
know. I got to look. Just kick me in the ass and like, nigga, get it right, nigga. You on my show. Tell me. Read me down, Sir King. Read me down. Shit. Read me.
I already read you down. You got kind of sad. I don't want to do this to you again.
You did. You did. You did. Well, it's time for me to go. So, Sir King, you have a wonderful night, and I may come back over here next time. Hopefully, I can be, hopefully, I can take Lemon's spot. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I like him. I like him. He's cute too.
Oh, you think so? Well,
I know so.
well,
He got a big booty. He got a big old round booty.
Lying. Why you always lying?
let's say that's that mascara he be wearing to throw you off, but whatever.
He was fine when he was a little skinnier, boy. He was really, really fine. But when you get older, you gain a little weight and things.
Lying. Why you always lying?
I am not lying. It's the truth. Come on now. Can you? I mean, have you ever found another man like, man? You look. You're handsome. You ain't have you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
That's my cue to go. Well, Jay,
No.
oops, sir, can you enjoy the rest of your
Oh, why
night?
did you
And
call me that man?
I've been over here. I've been over there at his channel too long. I ain't
I
gonna lie. It's
see.
it's on. It's just. He's in me right now. He's in me.
Oh,
Not
don't say
literally though.
that. Oh, don't say that. Ugh. I don't say that. Somebody take it the wrong way.
Look, I wish I knew. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish I knew a few of those big words, because look, I'm not educated like how you guys are. I'm under it. I'm look. How they say it, under? Is it I can't think of the word right now. But I wish I was educated.
I think, you know what? I think honestly, I really do think because there's this virtual barrier. I honestly do think like Jay Wilson would try to get with you because you have to always keep in mind the component of Mark, and Mark looked like you, so I think he would get with you.
Oh my goodness, Mark. No, I seen Mark, but I don't see the resemblance.
Well, y'all both got bald heads, right?
Yeah, we do.
And y'all both like to drink.
I don't think Mark liked to drink. I don't think
Oh
he
yes,
does. I
he
mean, does he
do.
drink?
Yeah, Tracy said, yeah, he's just like a professional alcoholic. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know if
mm,
that stopped, but yeah. And you know, Jay Wilson like him young, so you fit that category. So
mm,
you might. I'm just saying you. I just honestly feel like if you were local Jay Wilson,
yeah,
you call himself daddy to you. So
yeah. If you call him daddy, if you call him daddy, they getting they are getting in the panties. If you call them daddy, they are getting in them panties. Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know what that means.
Ugh.
But you never know.
Mhm.
He may find his way back in Arkansas. So
Now he look. When I tell you when he say who wants to go to Arkansas, that's what he said. I'm like, oh my goodness, who? I mean, Texas is I. I
listen.
mean, you got.
Let me just say something to you, Castro. If you ever listen to his stories, Jay Wilson was a traveling hoe. For real, for real. When he was with Delta, he knew all the nook and cranny towns and what happened and what bar you can go to, where in the back of the bar you get screwed, what forest they were in, what time of day. I'm like, damn, how you know all that? Because he was a traveling hoe. So,
But Sir King, I mean, can you acknowledge that he is a little, he is educated. He knows his thing. He knows what he's talking about at times, even though he can be wrong, because he don't know how to take accountability at times. Because I was wondering why he was. I wonder why he kind of tucked his tail when Daryl Moore was on his ass. You know what I mean?
oh, because shit was about to get real.
Yeah, I knew.
I felt stuff was about to get real. He know how far to go with certain people.
I see.
And
I've been seeing it for over the years. I sure have.
he know when he get a threat, who to listen to. That's why he think that over here, the law for the lawless, the
Yeah, yeah,
law for the
yeah. He
law.
gonna be calling the popo.
Right. So he think people over here get scared by the word police. So, uh, so
But
if
I
he
don't think he.
knew,
I don't think he's a bitch though. I think he will fight. Like, cause as I promise you, I really wish Tim would have, and him would have got into a little scuffle. But I don't know who would have came out on. I don't know who would have came out on top though.
listen,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know
but
who would have came out. I don't know. It could have been Tim.
But Castro, that would have been a fantasy because if you look at that tape, they belly was so big, like they couldn't hit each other. The bellies would fight first before any hands landed on any one of them.
So shady. You
I'm,
is so shady.
I was like, damn, and they just so happy they got 2 plates of food in both hands. I was like, what the hell? But the bellies were too big. That's why, yeah,
Hey, Tim had me rolling. Boy, he was talking that shit across that counter. Well, really that island. Oh my goodness, boy, I was loving that. I was loving it. I was waiting for somebody to just, toss a plate, turn it to a bad girls club.
yeah.
Let me see something happen like that. I wanted to see it.
Douse them with some water, but I just think the food had them distracted. That's what I
Yeah.
think. Who knows?
Ooh, something done died around here.
Child, where are you?
I'm outside. I'm outside and I smell it. I don't know if it's a skunk, a possum, or a rat.
My God, what?
The stench the stench is definitely spreading, and I'm getting kind of nauseated right now because I don't like smelling certain things. I'm a very I'm very very like I just can't take certain things when it comes to things like that like death.
Oh,
I can't stand when it comes to animals.
oh, I'm about to say you bougie.
And
Okay.
I'm not bougie. I'm kind of bougetto. I put it like that bougetto.
Mm, Got you.
I
Got
ain't hood, but I'm ghetto. I'm ghetto at the same time. I'm ghetto though. I'm a little ghetto though. You know I'm ghetto. You've been watching me for some years.
Well, no, I see more ghetto than you, so you moderately ghetto. So
Yeah. I like that term. I'm gonna use that. I like that. Thank you for that's a compliment. Thank you.
you
So
welcome.
basically, what you're saying, I ain't all the way out there like that. So yeah, I
No,
understand what you're saying.
no, yeah, I've we see some ghetto people. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
but
we have over the years. Some done dropped and some are still here, looking a hot ass mess with my ass.
true. Yeah. No, I agree. We see the Budgetista. Jay Wilson is a. I don't believe he was physically unless he has. Well, I'm 50-50 on that one. So not that we encourage him or want to see him. He just talks so much shit. It's just like, bro, like just pipe down a little bit on what you're talking about people and what you're saying about people. So, but yeah, but that's
You right
another.
about that.
What you saying?
So you right about that though, because sometimes I feel like he has his picks and chooses, and it's like, man, I wish sometimes I wish he can just be real. Sometimes, and I feel like the way when I hear him curse, he sounds like somebody that just really started saying those type of words.
Yeah, he does.
It doesn't come out naturally. It seems like it's something that's being forced out.
Or
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's how you curse.
he's just not a good person. He's just not.
Yeah, but see, that's the holy side in him. He got his holy side, so therefore I can
No,
tell
it's
him
not. No,
he
it's not.
probably he
No,
probably don't use those words in his everyday life. I don't know. He
no,
could though. I ain't gonna lie. He probably could.
that's the nerdy side of him, not the holy side. That's the nerdy side of him. But then there's people who say he cursed like a sailor. So
Yeah. Well, Sir King, I'm gonna get
boy,
up on out of here. I'm gonna get up on. I don't know why I said that. Oh my goodness, it just keeps happening. Well,
yes,
Sir
it does.
King, I'm gonna get up on out of here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, man. Be blessed.
Say to you, all right, we don't want to see no more pow pow. We want to see water guns. Okay, all right,
Right. So I don't get myself in trouble.
exactly.
All right, now you take care.
All right, you too. Thank you, Castro. That's
No
the one.
problem.
Sure thing. That's the one and only Castro Cannon. Okay, the one that's paying Jay Wilson's bills day and night. I really hope they are able to get that situation squared away. But when you in the same look, I thought if let's say I don't know, if Castro was in Arkansas and let's say Tommy was in New Hampshire, this would not be going on. Like there's just the sister local. That's what's kind of igniting the fuel to the fire. So we're gonna take a brief commercial break. If you want to send a gesture to $ Sir King Crown, feel free to do so. We'll be right back. Feel free to throw us the vibe. We'll be right back, child. Ooh, child. Ah! All right, we'll be back, y'all. I'm trying to figure out what clip I want to play. Child, not that one. Ooh, let's see. All right, we'll be back, y'all.
Bam, bam, bam. I don't know what she was thinking. I know what I want to see. Bust that pussy.
Damn, what the fuck y'all looking at? Y'all supposed to be watching her motherfucking dance moves, not me. Shit.
See. So, last thing I want to talk about real quick is Jay Wilson says he will pay Tim Blaine 250. Well, the doctor or the dentist or whoever of Tim Blaine who allows Tim Blaine to I guess straighten his teeth or put him some permanent dentures or something. So that's what Jay Wilson is starting up again with. Well, I gotta say, Tim Blaine started doing commentary on Jay Wilson. Now we back up again, and now Jay Wilson going at Tim Blaine's alleged shaky teeth that he said he'll put up 250 for Tim Blaine to get that procedure straight with him, and he'll cash out Tim Blaine's, I guess, oral professional. So that's the latest beef between them. And like I was saying earlier, like I just feel like that whole situation that what Jay Wilson was doing, I feel like he was antagonizing Tommy and Castro, especially when it was Castro who showed he had a weapon. He had a weapon and stuff like that. And then they came in and hit his panel, and you can see they were going back and forth. And like, Jay Wilson, do you know what the fuck you doing? Like, I mean, you could be seen as the catalyst for why this happening, and you doing this. Just like, Maury Povich and all of them got taken to court when things extreme happen. You could definitely be taken to court for your show. It's a show. And they're like, what? It ain't no damn show. But if you say so, whatever. All right, let me see what else y'all said in the chat, and then we'll get ready to go. I know somebody rebutted me on what I said about Caitlin Clark saved the league. She actually did save the league because every city that she went to, those arenas sold out. When she left, those arenas went basically back to their normal attendance when there wasn't. So she pretty much saved the WNBA and brought in a whole bunch of profit because they didn't know which teams would be able to continue. So let me see. Only fight is in court. But the thing is like, okay, I understand if stuff was civil, then yeah, you get the law involved. But people gotta understand like your mouth can get you in so much shit that you can't write that check. You know what I mean? And I just think like he thinks he could talk about everybody, anybody, and people's mamas and stuff like that. And that could open up a wound for a person depending on what they're dealing with, that could really have you in some messed up ish. So like with ZT, he talking about ages ago. He would talk about ZT's parents and their mama and how they were down there in the basement and all this other stuff. Like you don't know how that would affect somebody today who may be really missing their mother. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and then they'll sit there and say, so you cause you as much mayhem in your life. Like it's just weird. It's just weird. So, but that's it. All right, y'all. Anything else? I think we covered everything. Thank you, Castro, for coming up. It was great talking to you. Appreciate the conversation. Other than that, I'm gonna get up out of here. There's not too much else going on. Let me see what you said. You said, well, thanks for that little bit. I'm out of the loop. I've been on a road trip with my friend and out again for the holiday. Well, at least the budget needs to, enjoy your trip. Well, I'm glad to see you enjoying life. You ain't missing too much. Everything changes within a span of 3 hours or so, or a day. So, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your support. And be safe out there traveling, especially during this holiday season. Going back to what I was saying, or going back to what we discussed earlier, it's kind of sad that Rump did this stuff, and they may be out there with some more of these weapons, but nonetheless, these people are upset because we got involved and may cause, some kind of havoc in our own land. So be careful with the upcoming holidays. People like to make the most movements on those days. So there. Let me see. Oh, you're welcome to Tash. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Hopefully, y'all were thoroughly entertained. And once again, thank you, Castro, for coming through. We wish you the best with your current situation. If you want to, please feel free to send a check. And I'll talk to y'all soon. All right. Have a good one. Sleep well. And be the change you want to see in the world. All right. Take care, y'all. Bye.
Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Bye, y'all. Take care. Have a great one. See you soon.